I'm the Aeromancer, here to give you the weather in Mokoko Village. Oh, looks like the Lost Ark creators are finally back in our cage after a few months away. Datmodz has been dwelling in darkness, much to the surprise of no one, especially after only winning one debate. He's been blown away by all the competition. Bobajenny has a sunny disposition, but in truth, only coldness radiates from her heart. As expected, Stoopzz is as loud as a thunderstorm. Let's just move away from that. Oh, I think there's some beautiful sun over there. No, it's just Gritton's big f***ing forehead. I'm Aeromancer, with the turbulent weather forecast of Mokoko Village.
12 weeks ago, the Amazon Games community team set off on a wild journey to try something new, something silly, something experimental. 4 Lost Ark creators joined us in Mokoko Village across 24 debates, all in the aim of determining who is and who is not a Mokoko.
Mokoko, congratulations, bobajenny!
I just want you guys to hear
None of that matters now. It was all a rehearsal for today. Who's it going to be? Bobajenny?
I am having a f***ing great time. It's f***ing rigged.
Grenton?
I'm humble, I know my place.
You're talking a lot of smack behind that mushroom.
There, very nice.
Stoopzz?
That's why I'm here, baby. Let's go.
Datmodz?
Look no further.
You pull out your axe, whack him in the back.
Let's find out. Coming to you from the Amazon Games community team, it's the live finale of the Lost Ark Academy Debate Club!
Seems pretty ready. I'm losing control of my life.
You want horses? We got horses.
It does have, no. It's like relaxing.
It's lost in the mushroom forest.
Well, we can't all be emotionally stable, Michael.
I keep winning this. This is easy as f***.
You know that's weird.
You're losing your sanity.
Why are you like that?
He's talking to me up to standing here.
I think you're just scared to go back to the funhouse.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, it's your MC, Kenan!
Guys, my name is Kenan, and welcome to the Lost Ark Academy Debate Club. We've got a great show ready for you guys today, and I do want to mention that we've got some drops, a couple of drops, exclusive drops, I believe. But before we get started, I want to introduce you guys to a special guest.
Oh, hello there. Good to see all of you. My name is Balthor, and I want to sing you a very special song. It's a beautiful song. Sing along if you will. Light the lights, see how they gleam. Let the community see us stream. Lost Ark debates and stupid memes. Get ready to vote for our last fever dream. Oh, will datmodz win? It's hard to say. He's one of 6, and that's just okay. Only bobajenny's made time to play. She won 4 debates. It could be her day. Oh, or Brenton might take the crown. Tight with Jenny, but with a frown. Don't doubt Fivehead or you'll surely fail. We will watch as Stoopzz becomes increasingly exasperated that he's a Mokoko. He's a Mokoko. The vote is up to you. Oh, the vote is up to you. Yes. Oh, Rox is back to host with the broken watch in her hands. The passive-aggressive Rox is back again. Rox is back to host.
Stop. Okay. Can you stop? That was really mean.
You threw off my groove.
What groove? You just said I was passive-aggressive.
You're very passive-aggressive, and you're being a little passive-aggressive right now.
I think I'm just being aggressive. You know what? Thank you, Balthor, for whatever that was. I appreciate the effort and not much else. Anyway, welcome back to the Lost Ark Academy Debate Club. I'm so excited to be here and bringing you all the live finale when you will finally have it proved to you that this is not rigged. Cannon, why don't you come join me over here? Let's tell the viewers what they can expect.
Yeah, I thought datmodz was supposed to be Balthor. Who's that guy?
That's Balthor. Datmodz is
Yeah,
not.
Balthor, yes. That's correct.
Datmodz is not Balthor. They just both have beards.
Okay.
Maybe?
All right. So,
Very
well,
attractive beards.
I mean, it's a nice beard. It's a nice beard.
Yeah, no, that's datmodz. No, that's not datmodz.
That's
That's
not
Balthor.
datmodz. That's
Datmodz is coming later. You're throwing
Balthor.
me off my game
Yeah.
already.
I apologize. I
Correct.
apologize. I'm here to help you, not to distract you. Sorry.
It's okay. Datmodz
Sorry.
is important. He'll be showing up a little bit later. But our viewers can expect kind of a similar format to what they saw all season. We'll start with a warm-up debate where everyone will be able to get it all out of their systems, figure out, we'll make sure you know who datmodz actually is. And then we'll have 6 1v1 debates, so everyone can kind of prove themselves one more time, go up against each other, make their final arguments, and try to convince the audience that you or they are not a Mokoko. From there, viewers will actually vote on the winner of each debate, and Cannon will talk a little bit more about how that will work later. But before we get started, I just wanted to take a minute to thank the community team that we've been working with here. It's a team I'm part of, and honestly, the people behind the scenes are just some of the most professional individuals I've ever worked with. They're so organized.
Whoa! Stop! No!
That's embarrassing. Ooh.
Okay, you know what? Anyway, I think we should just move on.
Yeah, we
I'm
should.
sure they'll be fine back there. You know what? Let's go ahead and bring out debaters. I think it's about that time. We have 4 debaters here today who you should all be very familiar with, and they were all still playing Lost Ark when we contracted them. So first up, we're gonna bring out Grenton. Sorry, there's only a couple of us to clap for you so far.
The entire Reaper population.
It's the entire, there are literally dozens of you, literally dozens of Reapers.
That's
and
true.
You're one of those dozens. You've won quite a few debates throughout the season, but like Balthor said earlier, you're feeling pretty down, you frown a lot. How are you feeling coming into today?
I'm not going to be toxic at all today.
Are you sure?
To you, maybe, but no one else.
Great. Well, how are you feeling about your chances at the finale?
I mean, this show's rigged, so I already know who's going to win.
Twitch chat is literally voting for the winners. I don't think anyone has any control over Twitch chat.
So you think.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Not a very compelling argument. We'll see how they get swayed. We're gonna move right along and bring out our next contestant. Next up, we have bobajenny.
Hey guys.
Hi, bobajenny. Welcome. You have just as many wins from across the season as Grenton does. How are you kind of feeling going into today? Those are the 2 highest numbers of wins.
I mean, the whole time I wanted to be not Grenton, but somehow we're at the same spot. I don't know how I feel about that, but let's do our best.
Very valid. Grenton, I know you said you wouldn't be toxic today, but bobajenny apparently is still going with those smear campaigns she did all season.
That clearly didn't work for her. We're still tied.
I guess we'll find out. We'll find out after the audience votes today. Thank you for coming out. Next up, we're going to bring in stoopzz.
Oh my God! Full speed. Get up, come into the line, man. Yo,
Okay, let's
are you crazy, man?
not drop our debaters. Thank you for joining us, stoopzz. Welcome back. You are sitting squarely in the middle of the pack based on your performance this season. But you do
are you
have
making fun of me because I'm in the wheelchair?
No,
or-
that's literally like how many debates you won. What does that have to do
You're
with your...
sitting in the middle of the pack.
Oh. Well, that's awkward. No, I wasn't, but I'm sorry I made you feel that way. I'm sorry
well,
you feel that way.
I thought I did great on the show.
You know, you do have the highest number in the show of claims that it's rigged, so you won at something.
I mean, you did decide who won, like that.
Did I? You guys came over
We
and
did
told
like a
me every
rehearsal
time.
of the show twice before yesterday, and Mr. Mods won both times in the rehearsal. He had all the stars. I got 0.
But it wasn't real.
What I'm saying, it's rigged though. Even when the show's not live, it's rigged. All right. Anyway, hello, man.
Okay, we're gonna keep moving on. Finally, we're gonna bring out datmodz. Datmodz, let's bring some positivity here.
Surprise! It's me! I bet no one expected the shadowy hooded figure to be me, datmodz. Hello,
It
Mr.
was.
Stoops.
You were supposed to say surprise mother sucker. That was what you were supposed to say.
Surprise, mother liquor. Please don't fire me.
All right, datmodz, welcome. Thank you for bringing out Stoops. You have only won one debate all season, just one. So you're coming in
How
as
about you
kind of
chill
an
for
underdog.
a second here, okay? It's
letting
not
you know.
about who is winning or losing. What really matters is the fun and the memories we made along the way. And yeah, I might be the underdog. I might have taken a lot of L's, but it's not over till it's over, and everyone loves a good comeback story.
There you go.
Don't say that. You ditched me last week. We're supposed to do a con together and you ditched me. What about memories and friends?
Yeah, we have to talk about that
You
later on. I
lied,
did
so-
cheat on you in the con
you
with
lied, so-
Zeals and Mimo, which our raid did go quicker than yours.
No,
so.
it didn't. We went faster. I watched.
No.
I checked
like a
right away. I
married
checked the
couple.
VOD.
They
Yeah.
really are.
We're going to have a fact check on this.
I love Mr. Mods.
Well, we'll have somebody, maybe Tom back there, will fact check that. But, you know,
Oh my.
datmodz, thank you for joining us. Try not to tear down the set. Global warming, those plants are very important. Now that we have all our debaters up, you guys are already feeling a little bit feisty, so we're going to go ahead and move into our warm-up debate. So while datmodz gets ready and gets sweaty, I'm going to give you guys the warm-up topic for you to think about. So today's warm-up topic is, should wipe mechanics be removed from the raid entirely? And remember, this is going to be your first 2v2 debate. The only rule is that there are no rules. Do what you want. Try to be nice to each other, please, like at least a little bit. But this is the last time you will be in teams together. So we'll have Grenton and bobajenny behind the rock, datmodz and Stoops behind the bongo. Stoops, are you okay?
A little gassy.
You're taking a weird phase.
I wanted those donuts earlier.
I thought Balthor was going to
I
stink you
don't
up
know,
today.
man. That shit crazy.
Yeah, as long as you don't smell as bad as Balthor, I think you're fine.
Oh, it's worse.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We're saying a lot. All right, well, think about your warm-up debate topic. Again, that will be, what would be, oh no, it's not, I lied. Should all of the wipe mechanics be removed from Lost Ark? That is your warm-up debate topic. Think about it for a couple minutes, talk amongst yourselves, and while you do that, Cannon is going to tell the viewers at home how they'll be able to vote once the real debates get started.
Sure. Yeah, so most of you guys are familiar with the Twitch interface. Once they're done debating, check the top of chat. You'll see a menu there. You click that, and then you'll select who you think had the best defense. I want to mention this, but these debates and these takes that the content creators are giving, they're not necessarily reflective of their own personal opinions or Amazon or Smilegate for that matter. They are assigned topics and takes that they have to defend. So when you vote, be sure to vote on who you think defended or argued their given take the best.
Totally. Debate club, not be correct club.
Right. Absolutely.
All right, debaters, are we feeling warmed up? I hear a little bit of chatter, but how do we feel?
I feel
Right.
ready to go.
Do you still feel gassy?
I let it out. I'm feeling that.
Oh no!
I'm so happy I'm over here.
Yeah, me too. I'm
I'm
glad
gonna
I
come
did
over
this
here
box.
soon.
Dude, it's coming over here!
Hopefully it's gone by then.
As long as we're ready to do that warm-up debate, I'm gonna pull out my Balthor. This is very much not a broken watch. It still works.
Wow.
You see this?
It looks broken.
You probably can't see this far with your beady little eyes. But I assure
wow.
you, the watch still works. So we're gonna get right into it with our warm-up debate. Again, the only rule, there are no rules. Let it all out of your system now, including that gas, and have the floor.
That's not an easy way to start the conversation. They should be removed, okay? They suck. No one really likes them. It's a lot of artificial difficulty. And in a game like Lost Ark, where it's about re-clearing raids and going through them on a bunch of different characters, when everyone knows how to do the raid, having like even in Vicus where you can wipe the entire raid at that point when you're like 100 eye levels over it, I don't think it fits the mold of the game. I think you can still have fun doing raids without having a mechanic that wipes everybody.
But having a wipe mechanic allows players to really know the raid, though, because they
Does
know.
it?
Yeah,
What
because
do
you
mean?
know
How-
when it's
how does
coming
that-
up.
What does that mean?
if you're a mech
okay, explain what
doer-
that means.
Listen, 1 second. a con, for example.
Okay.
Okay.
Gate 3.
Does not
Yeah.
have white mechanics.
It does.
Which
the
one?
statue mech.
Which one?
But it happens very
Okay,
early in the
fair
fight.
enough.
So I don't think it should be removed, but I don't think you should get like 8 minutes into a fight and then the white mechanic happens, because then you have to reprog another 8 minutes. But if it happens early, I think it's still good.
Why does Vicus have white mechanics?
We don't talk about fights.
What do you
Okay, I
mean?
just want to talk about this for a second. Balthor, one of the best raids in the entire game.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fun and engaging for new players. People can make mistakes.
Yeah.
People aren't going to get gate kept too much because they're not going to be deterred from doing the raids. Because if one Giga Chat is in the raid, they'll be able to clear everything for everybody. Have you ever done the final phase and been the only person alive on the final platform?
Of course.
Yeah, because
That's the
the
fun.
player's skill prevails, okay?
Ultimately,
and the
games-
most important thing
You
is...
have a really good view from that usually, right? Because you're dead.
Hey, all I remember is hearing you in hard mode.
All that matters.
You were dead for a hell.
All
What
that
do you mean?
matters is games are about having fun, right? And
Inferno.
that's an anti-fun mechanic. You just want to go in there and enjoy your time. And if you're re-clearing raids, I don't want one person to wipe them. And a lot more people would be more likely to bring in like new players if I knew that new player couldn't wipe the entire
You're
raid.
right, because the game
Yeah.
respects your time. So we
Yeah.
gotta make sure there's no.
I mean, if
Listen,
there's
man,
white
you let that
mechanics,
go
it's
for
going to
a
be
long
hard
time,
to
man.
bust.
Yeah, but listen, you can have
Wait,
fun, engaging mechanics,
I
okay,
lied.
that don't punish everybody for one person's mistake.
But that's the challenge of it, though. That's what makes Lost Ark
So
different
one
from
person's
other
cat
games.
sitting on their keyboard while they're raiding and doing a raid,
But
wiping
no, look at
everybody
it.
in
Wait,
less
explain
than
to me
10
why
minutes
it's
is
good
good.
though. You
Look at
haven't
a
explained-
look
you
at a
haven't even
con's
explained to me why
a
it's
con's
good.
white mechanic.
Why is it good?
Okay, well maybe I'm biased because I solved it when we were doing it blind, but like no, it's an easy mechanic, right? You press G
Okay, but
and
why
spin
is
the
it good?
statue.
Explain to me why it's good. Why is white mechanic good?
Why is it? Because it's a hard cap on. If you can't get that, you can't continue.
You
Right?
just have
There's
to
a
do
lot
the
of
mech.
there's a lot of other mechs that can be a hard cap where it doesn't wipe
Like
the
what?
entire raid. Even in Evolved, if you can't survive the ghost
Why are you
phase.
talking about the first Legion?
Yeah.
They
mech?
re-released it.
Let's
it's so,
talk about
but they
something
re-released
recent.
it. People like it.
You're like
How
back
many
in my
wait, here's another
day.
example. How many people don't do got gate kept that clown because there's so many white mechs,
You
right?
just skip every mech now.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's true.
there's still people that don't go into clown because they can't get past Mario 1 and 2. They're scared.
Well, then maybe they should just get
You
good.
can still make fun raids.
All right, that's
can
going to do it
you
for
can
just
our
go be bad at the
warm-up
game and you'll be
debate.
fine.
All right, well then you can talk to like the 10 people left in Punica, right? You want to have more people playing the game. You want
Who stays in Punica?
Not
Really
anymore.
passionate about this.
The HHs, I don't know.
All right, I
lie.
feel like everybody is warm. Don't worry, you'll be able to all argue with each other later. I
right.
assure you. Grenton, I thought you said you weren't going to be toxic today.
Yeah, I lasted a whole 5 minutes.
I don't even think you made it 5 minutes. That
wasn't 5
warm-up
minutes.
debate was not
Can we get
5
a
minutes, and you
check
came out
on how long,
swinging.
That was a little bit longer than I admit. You had that was too long.
There's
It was
no
a
rules in the
warm-up
warm-up
debate.
debate.
There's no
Yeah.
rules. Are you
Here.
trying to make rules?
No.
I got you a
online
flower.
rules?
Sorry.
I'll put it on your coffin when I bury you.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I thought
Okay, you know what?
Wait.
I'm gonna have to talk to Grenton. We're gonna take a quick break before we get into the first 3 official matches where there are rules. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Thank God.
While we take that break, we're gonna go ahead and cut to Balthor at his live support center.
Yes, thank you, Rox. I can hear you. We're coming at you live from our Twitch channel, and welcome to Balthor's live support center for salty players. Oh, looks like we've got a lot of salty players in the Twitch chat here. Oh, we've got Mike Spicy saying commercial break. Hey, baby, how you doing? Oh, we've got, Jen Crimson making a cringe face. I like that. You sound like a salty personality. Ooh, you want some fries for that salt? We've got so many people. All the comments are coming in like a wildfire. Oh, Balthor, be a Chad and remove. Wait a second. We're not gonna remove nothing that, but I can be a Chad. Anything for you. Oh, wait. Oh, we got some more people. I see Recall YT. Balthor, you are beautiful. Hold on. Let me just. Yep. Yes. Hello. Yeah, police. Yeah, there's a lot of salty people in the chat here, but it looks like we're gonna need somebody to call the Wambulance for a lot of these people, like Hopo0815. Recall. What a noob. We have so many. Show my hammer. Something sad about my hammer. Long story short, my hammer has disappeared, but I have brought a different weapon. It is a smaller hammer. It's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. Don't quote me! Back to the Twitch chat. Oh, so many angry people. Look at all the salt. Do we have any water droplet tears for all you salty players? Or maybe a salt shaker? Let's see all the salt shakers. Oh, you gonna cry? Oh, you can't win the raid. Oh, why don't you just go to, I don't know, drink some ale at a bar? You know, maybe you could meet me there, you know? We could have a jolly old time. Oh, look at all the salt. Ooh, smells like victory. Ah, yes. You know, this reminds me of a beautiful song. I wrote it for this very moment, and it's going to be the most exciting song that you really love. Wait a second, Balthor, you look cute today. Okay, L is for the way you look. And what was that? We're done? Okay, and that's all for Balthor's Live Support Center. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Balthor, for reading that Twitch chat so the rest of us don't have to and managing all those salty players.
They're my salty babies.
Okay, maybe keep that to yourself next time, but we appreciate you. Now that we're back from that quick break, we are going to get into our first 1v1 debate. We're going to have Stoopzz and datmodz, who are already in position. You'll be taking the first debate of the live finale. How are you feeling about that?
You just called my editor a noob. Recall. Dude, that's crazy. Recall, you got roasted by like the homeless Santa Claus. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, sometimes the truth is necessary, though.
I know. Recall does suck.
I've never even seen him raid before.
He's not that good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not great, but he's also not
Yeah,
that
I'm not good either, but you know.
That's how it is.
That's why you have strong friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Recall, you got roasted. Okay, anyways.
Well, hopefully you are more ready for the debate than you are for your raiding parties, apparently. Your topic for the first debate is going to be, what would be the best way to bring players back to the game? We'll give you kind of a minute to think, not to each other, you're debating against each other, but, you know, with yourselves, and then we'll get right into it.
He already knows what I'm going to say anyway.
Yeah, I already know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Take a minute to strategize anyway. So Cannon, this is a pretty important topic, I think.
It is.
Bringing new players back to the game, or not new players necessarily, but bringing players back to the game is always super important, always going to be important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's arguably the most important thing about the game, really any MMORPG. The thing is, Stoopzz is pretty passionate about this subject, so I mean, he's going to probably say the same thing he always says on every single one of his streams. Give a very passionate, inspirational take on the matter. But the thing is, see, I don't know if you guys have been watching the other episodes from the debate club, but datmodz, the man is a walking W. He's deliberately lost all of his debates.
You said that
deliberately. Deliberately lost it, and then he's just gonna come out with some W takes. So it'll be very interesting.
All right. Well,
all that copium going on in there.
Hey, listen. You see the color of this? You see the color of yours?
It's bronze.
This means that when I speak, you have to. You gotta zip it, man.
Feeling lightheaded?
Let the professionals talk, bro. Come on.
She's behind a booth. You're just standing
no,
there
I like
awkwardly.
this.
Why you gotta
Somebody's
call me out
finally
on that, man?
supporting
Why you
me.
gotta call me out
She
on
has her
that?
whole setup, and you're just standing there like a +1.
Yeah, but like, look. Okay, let's go off to the
All right. Well, I do appreciate your support, and it sounds like, you know, both of these players kind of had pretty strong opinions on it, so we'll see how they do during the debate. Are you both feeling ready?
Yeah.
You're ready. I'm ready to rumble.
All right,
But Stoopzz gonna go
datmodz, that
first.
was...
I'm going first?
Yeah, you're going first.
Stoopzz is going first? Okay, sure. By all means, Stoopzz, your first minute starts now.
I think it's a pretty hard topic to solve. You know, it's not easy to bring people back into a game after
Look at me in the eyes when you're talking to me.
I'm nervous,
Don't talk
okay?
during this debate.
You're bullying me. I'm in a wheelchair, okay? Let me do my
let's make
thing.
eye
He's
contact.
wasting. He's not allowed to interrupt me.
Stop
Can we
arguing.
restart?
Okay.
Stoopzz, your 1 minute starts now.
Thank
Don't
you.
talk over each other.
Looking at my beady eyes, bearded man. It's not an easy task to bring people back into the game, right? I don't want to look in your eyes. It makes you uncomfortable. It's not an easy task to bring people back into the game. It's not. People, when they've decided they stop playing a game, it's very unlikely for them to like reinstall, try out the game. But the problem is in MMOs, there is so much vertical progression that you can't just hop into the game and start playing. And so with Lost Ark specifically, there's so many systems, so many materials that you need, so much horizontal content that you need, that to like tell a new player to get into the game, like, yo, come into the game a year later, they're not going to want to do that. So a lot of MMOs, what they offer are expansions where somebody can hop in. And there are so many people that played Lost Ark in the past and people that might be interested in playing today, but when they find out how much or how far they're behind, they're not going to want to do it. So for me, the best way to do it is obviously continue to revamp a lot of the systems like the dailies to make them stay longer when they get in the game, but also offer a reset of some sort like Season 3 or Tier 4. I think that would be the best way to get people back into the game.
That was your first minute. datmodz, your first minute to make your argument starts now.
Okay, no, that is definitely one approach here, and I do agree with some of that. But I think there's another way to do it because you don't want to punish the long-term players. MMOs are about the longevity, your experience, getting your achievements right, doing all the raids right, getting all your character progress, getting your gems and everything else like that. But the problem is, new players there is that vertical hurdle that they do have to overcome, and you do want the game to be inviting to the new players. So what I think the correct approach would be is not remove the long-term players' grind that they work so hard for. I think what they should do is just revamp some of the more punishing systems for new players, such as revamping the card system, where instead of it just getting straight up power to the players, maybe it's more of a utility system, so people aren't like, hey man, this guy wants to raid Belshazzar. Oh, but he doesn't got LOS 30. We're not going to take him. And they just add a more utility side of that aspect. And then also just introducing more system to assist new players in with progressing the game. Like recently, there's a 1540 power pass, right? You're getting free level 7 gems there. Or you're getting free 1540 boosts. You can pretty much do almost every single raid all the way up to Triangle, and then you just have to do a little bit more honing to get up to 1580 to do the new raid.
All right, that was your minute. Stoops, you have 1 minute to make a rebuttal.
Yeah, it's a good point, but the reality is that you could give anybody all the gear, all the gems, whatever, but as soon as they see that you're roster level 10 or whatever to show that you haven't been playing the game, you can't buy the knowledge, right? And so when you don't have the knowledge, it doesn't matter if someone's super juiced up, right? Like nobody in the chat's going to take somebody that's 1600 but has never done a raid. Because if they haven't done the raid, you're just going to wipe you. And with the wipe mechanics, the raid-wide wipe mechanics where one person can wipe the whole raid, you don't want to waste time with that person no matter how geared they are, right? So the reality is you have to reset the knowledge. You have to get people to go into new raids and learn together. And yes, at some point, right, it's every MMO. There's always going to be gatekeeping. There's always going to be a knowledge gap. But you have to reset it frequently enough for then people to hop back in. Dude, every MMO is like this. You look at it like, oh, I'll wait till the expansion drop. I'll wait for the next season. I'll wait for the next tier. And Tier 3 has gone on too long. And so they need to look to implement Tier 4 for new people to come back into the game. And then, yeah, let's get rid of those systems. You're right, all the extra horizontal. But a reset on knowledge is the most important thing.
Perfect timing. All right, datmodz, you have 1 final minute to make your last response.
That is true. Roster level is definitely one of the pain points for new players. They see, hey, this guy has the item levels. He has some gems. He doesn't have cards, and he doesn't have roster levels. That's something I think they definitely need to actively revamp to help the new players enter the game more easily. Another thing that they could do, because it's an MMO, it's about community, about playing with each other, is they could add some mentor systems in the game. Well, maybe like, hey, there's a new player, he hasn't done the raid, you know, you have the different buffs already for those new players to take less damage. They're going to have the cheat death mechanics, so like when they do die in the raid, they actually get resurrected. I think add in like a mentor system where they could like scale up new players' power level to the person leading a raid would kind of be helpful, and then it would help them introduce in the raid, and then you could also add some reward system for these mentor players. So these new players that want to learn the raids, you have an experienced guy leading them through there, and maybe they get some extra gold or they get some cards to help them out.
All right, that is your 1 minute as well. That was pretty succinct. Good job. All right, we are now turning it to the audience. Twitch audience, be sure to look for that poll. You are going to be voting on who is and who is not a Mokoko, or just more simply put, who won this first debate. So that was kind of a lot of ideas floating around there. What do you think, Cannon?
Yeah, I'll be honest. If I may inject my own personal
Please
opinion,
do.
I think I'm actually in favor of stoopzz' take there. But again, it's not about their beliefs. They're defending a give and take, right? So I would definitely agree with stoopzz there. But I think datmodz did a pretty good job defending his point.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, these folks, remember, it's important to remember they're debating different things. Some they may not believe in, some they may. I hope you both believe in bringing new players back to the game in general, though. That would be ideal.
We got to bring Mr. Mods back to the game, you know?
I did a con.
Without me.
Yeah, I played with
here
some
we go.
better Korean players.
Yeah. You were dead at the end. I would have restarted the raid for you if you didn't make it to the end.
I was on the MVP system.
Well, that
I
shows
was,
how,
I was on the family photo at the end.
shows how good your other
For what,
teammates were.
Stagger?
Yeah. For damage, Grenton. Something you don't know about.
Oh, damn.
You can't turn into a bear in this game.
All right. Well, those votes are trickling in. Are there any other thoughts you kind of want to share, Cannon? How are you feeling so far? That was just our first debate, so it could be anyone's game.
I think it's going to start getting a little heated, to be honest, because when we were going through this yesterday, it was a very different culture. Let me just tell you that. This was I feel like there was a lot of effort put into that talk that they just had now. It was actually a serious talk. I thought it was just going to be kind of
we
jokes.
get serious time when it's time for serious debates.
It is.
I mean, Grenton was very toxic yesterday. But you were doing good today, even though you got a little spicy during the warm-up debate. What?
I'm
He
never
said
toxic.
he said he was gonna bury me. What do you mean? He still is toxic.
I mean,
Apple.
And
he's
he
doing
said-
better.
And Cannon said datmodz the walking W 7 times so far. He said that line like 5 times yesterday.
Listen,
He
it's
said
not
it
about
once.
being
Only
not
once,
toxic
bro.
instantly. It's about the progression.
Okay.
Listen, what happens if you beat the walk-in W? I'm setting you up, man.
It's all right. I like
It's like
that.
you
All
guys
right.
like,
Well, it
If I
looks
was
like
gonna
we're
lose to
about ready
anybody.
to find out who is or is, I guess you can be a W, Cannon's decided. The first W of the day, that's a W. It is. datmodz. You are the first Mokoko.
Oh my gosh.
You did.
Let's
Cannon's gonna
go,
ahead and
baby.
give you
Really?
a gold
Wait, I
star.
thought you were
Make sure
saying
can
this is rigged.
stick it
I think
in.
this is rigged
Wow.
now. I agree with
datmodz,
you now.
datmodz.
The dink donkers. What?
You
Datmodz.
I'm
earn
talking about. This is the first time I've gotten one of these. We did this before.
Doesn't
this
it
is the
feel-
first. I'm serious.
Doesn't it feel better that
that
you
does feel
beat a
better.
walk-in W
I
rather
got
than
none
Datmodz.
yesterday.
You got
It's not
one
your fault.
yesterday.
Okay.
They're giving him pity
No, it was
votes.
from leftover, huh?
No, I think Cannon's right though. The way he's
Right?
hyping up datmodz, you gotta be like, feel
Come on,
like,
man.
oh, like
He's just
yeah,
getting
I did
pity
it,
votes.
You know? I don't know. I can't control Twitch chat, and I would not like to try. Ugh. All right, we're gonna
talking about,
move
baby.
right ahead. Congratulations
He's-
on your first win to our
he's so
second
happy.
official debate. We're going to have Grenton and bobajenny, who are already in place. Thank you very much.
Oh.
For our next official debate, your topic will be, is too much of Lost Ark based on RNG? So I'll give you both a minute to kind of think about that, think about your points. Yeah, look at that. They're thinking already. And we'll go from there. You know what, Balthor, actually, why don't you come over here? You're not really doing much over there.
Over there.
Yeah, to my
You
mushroom.
want meat over there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just don't mind me.
You look so different in person.
Oh, thank you.
In a good way.
Hey, I like your beard, brother.
Same to you there, sir.
Thank you.
Keep it on, big man.
I will. Don't worry about me, baby.
Thank you for joining us over here at our mushroom. You know, I figured, you might be a good person to talk a little bit about this.
Yes.
RNG, is that something you feel like has impacted your experience in Arcasia?
Absolutely not. When it comes to Balthor, there is nothing random. Everything's precisely calculated.
I like that confidence. I wish some of our debaters had that kind of confidence instead of just being toxic.
That's called confidence.
I didn't even say you. Why are you,
You were staring
responding?
in my eyes.
You don't know that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was looking at bobajenny.
I think she was
Looking
looking
great.
at Jenny Crouton, so don't worry about it.
All right. Sorry about that little bit of a sidebar, but are you both feeling ready for your first debate?
A
of the
weird
finale?
whiff of something when he walked by, but
It's probably
That was
the
definitely
booze.
me.
I assume it's the ale. Somebody-
Alcohol.
I think Cannon
Oh,
picked
okay.
him up off
The
the bar
rotten
floor
alcohol.
last
Ale,
night.
you know, it's
late
seeping through
night.
my skin.
late night.
He gets it.
I got the drink with Balthor. He was actually wearing that.
Anyway, are you guys feeling ready for your first debate of
Yeah.
the live finale? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
sure.
Yeah,
Sweet.
sure.
bobajenny
Stop
looks
saying that.
very excited.
Sure.
So, you know what? I'm going to give you the floor first. Remember, the topic is too much of Lost Ark based on RNG. bobajenny, your minute to start starts now.
So I'm arguing for no, it is not too much RNG. I know some of you guys in chat right now thinks that I don't really have a say in this, but let me tell you, why do games make you feel special? If you play every single MMO and everyone has the same things, it doesn't really feel that special. But when you have that one thing where no one else no one else has, then you feel a little bit better about yourself. And you know, when it comes to honing and stuff like that, people say it's RNG, but there's also a pity system going on. So I don't think it's that bad. At the end of the day, if you have a mount that no one else has, that's why people go back to certain games just to get that mount. It makes your gameplay so much more. It just makes that item so much more worth it versus everyone else having the same thing over and over again. And that's why I think there's not too much. Like, what is too much anyway? What's too much?
All right, Grenton, your minute is about to start, so we'll see your first argument now.
I don't know. Thank you for literally helping my argument a little bit. So RNG is great.
Okay.
But there is too much, right? So you're never going to get gate capped for item level because you need to be a certain item level to do the raid. You will get gate capped for not having, or if someone else applies who has a 9/7 stone and you don't, they'll take thumb. There's no pity system for stones. Someone applies with a 100 quality weapon, you don't have a 100 quality weapon, you know all about 100 quality weapons, right? No wonder you love RNG because you got a 9/7 stone, you have a 100 quality weapon, so you never experienced the rough of spending millions of gold trying to get a weapon. Ask stoopzz. This guy's perma blue quality. He has trouble getting that RNG factor into the game. So RNG is great in small amounts. A rare mount, sure, that shows prestige. You know, maybe, you know, a 9/7 stone or quality, but too much RNG is bad, and there's too much in Lost Ark that's based on RNG. The only thing that isn't is honing and your set levels, which at the end of the day don't really matter because you need the level to get to the raid anyways.
All right, bobajenny, your 1 minute to have a rebuttal starts now.
Okay, I get what you mean. You're saying that people with 9/7s are automatically getting into raids, but I don't think that's the only thing that people look at when they try to get someone in their raid. And second of all, did you not tell me yesterday that you ran all of your to Yorn's card runs to get all of your LOS stuff? You got
it
a full
sucked.
set. Yeah, you got a full set, but then you worked for it though. So I feel like there is some sort of RNG to it, but if a game does not have RNG, it does not have the same effect. It does not light up the parts of your brain that it's like, hell yeah, I want to keep going. So I do think RNG is relatively healthy for a game. So like I said, what is too much? Are the people saying that it's too much the ones that just aren't playing enough to even have the RNG, right? If they're not playing enough, then they're not really trying it out. A lot of people that I know that play a lot of Lost Ark, they all have LOS 30 without spending on card packs, etc. So dopamine rush, good.
All right, Jenny. Grenton, you now have 1 final minute to make your last argument.
You play a lot of Lost Ark, right?
Yeah.
You don't have LOS 30. You're
don't.
the only one here without LOS 30.
But
No,
I-
my turn to talk.
Okay,
It is
okay.
Grenton's
I'm
turn
just
to talk.
setting you up.
Okay.
You have a 100 quality weapon. You have 9/7 stones. You got hand-me-down level 10 gems. You just don't have LOS 30. See what I mean? There's too much RNG. You're almost the perfect player, but there's just too much RNG. Like, I did 6 card runs for like 8 months, and I never missed a week, and I got LOS 30 in like December of last year. It sucked. I had 2 9/7 stones. I'm RNG blessed, and I still think there's too much RNG in the game. There has to be a certain balance of, if it's going to be cards, it's cards. If it's going to be weapon quality, it's weapon quality. If it's going to be a stone, it's a stone. But having all these different systems in the game, not only that, like datmodz said, that has a lot of player power attached to the RNG that you have no control over and no pity for. It's just bad for the health of the game. And that's why I think that there is too much RNG in Lost Ark, but I like a little bit of RNG. You need that dopamine rush.
Exactly. You need that little
All
dopamine
right,
rush.
Grenton, that is just about your minute. Twitch chat is now going to take some time to vote on who they think is the winner. You know, guys, I think that was kind of interesting too. Grenton both called bobajenny the perfect player and then said, I like RNG to close out his argument.
Almost the perfect player. You just don't listen.
No, I heard the important parts.
Important parts.
Excuse you.
I'm noticing this guy's kind of a bully.
I got bullied all season.
This guy's calling her
I got bullied
out,
all
you know?
season.
So what? Light of Salvation 30, man.
She called me a 5-head and made fun of my hairline.
I didn't do that.
I mean, that was AGS. Did you not see the intro, bro? That was not.
I was in the corner.
That was definitely AGS.
That was Balthor,
man.
actually. He called me a 5-head.
Yes, 5. I would say 6, actually. You know, after all this, I think we can all agree. I mean, all of the topics that we've been talking about. Pineapple certainly should never be on pizza.
What?
Wait, what were we talking about?
Are you paying
Grenton's
attention?
5-head specifically.
Oh, yes.
I think he's a little
6-head.
drunk,
Yes,
actually.
Of course.
Balthor or me?
All the time.
I love pineapple
So
pizza.
good.
It's my favorite Balthor.
It's
I
so
agree.
good. I
I think we're
agree.
gonna have some problems.
What is going
Listen,
on?
I liked it because of your
I'm-
beer.
I'm gonna
but
take your meat rations.
What?
Yeah.
It's fighting words, boo.
You know what? I'm pretty sure Balthor's a little drunk right now, but he also has enough hair to go around for your hairline too.
I don't want that
right?
sweaty mug on me.
A little sweaty.
You can borrow it.
I'd rather go
I-
bald.
Okay.
Won't be long.
Oh, wow.
All right, I think I've created some tension. Balthor, why don't you go ahead and head back to your call center?
Back to my
Yeah,
center.
I'm sure there's plenty of salty players that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That was cute.
Thank you.
That's a nice little fist bump.
Wait, let me check my hair in your head. Oh. We're good.
Oh my God.
Good hustle, Balthor.
Damn.
See what I mean, Cannon? I just get bullied all season.
Oh my God.
I'm both the villain and getting bullied. I don't understand how this works.
Crazy man.
How does this even work?
You know what? I guess we'll find out if you are truly being bullied or not, or if bobajenny is truly the perfect player.
Almost the
because-
perfect player.
If bobajenny is the perfect player, because the results are in. Grenton,
We're gonna do this again.
we are going to do this again, Grenton.
Rocks,
Grenton.
Cannon.
Gluten.
Balthor.
Anyway, Grenton, you are not a Mokoko. You got a gold star.
I thought you guys had my back. What is this?
I'm sorry.
I got
I gave
flowers
you
for
guys
your
a
coffin
pep
too.
talk.
Don't worry.
You
I don't
really
want your
did.
flowers.
Almost perfect.
Thanks, Cannon.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Say my name.
You're gonna need more than 1 star. Stoops already had that like 20 minutes ago.
Oh.
That is true.
Yeah, but your walking
is going-
W seems starless.
I felt bad for like bullying you the whole season. Like, you know, maybe I was a little mean, but you guys are unhinged today. What is going
Yeah,
on?
you did roast the poop out of me.
Say it out, man. Let it out. Son, bitch.
It's in my contract. I can't swear. I swore too much during the season.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not. But
How
anyway,
do you know? Tom knows. You don't know.
You doing okay back there, Tom? I don't know why you're getting bullied now. I got a wave from production. Leave my production team alone.
Sorry.
They're working hard back there, man.
You're right.
Jeez.
That's the one team I'm not gonna pick on
They're
today.
so nice. They deserve the world, and I really hope they got that Mokoko out of there. Anyway, we're gonna move right into our. Oh, there they are.
so cute.
Beautiful. Look at them. Thank you guys. All right, we're gonna move right ahead into our third debate. That'll be halfway through our live finale debates. Yeah, we're gonna do a little switcheroo up here, and datmodz is going to join Grenton.
What is happening?
Grenton.
Is it Gluten or
Rootin'. You
Can I
gotta.
just
It's
get
whatever
one
you want it to
time?
be, Cannon.
Stoops, thank you for
It's
not
actually
bullying me.
Balthor.
crouton.
Balthor, what's his name?
Crouton.
Is that like
Yes.
dwarvish for Grenton?
No, he just looks like a crouton.
Oh my god.
You know what? Crouton and datmodz.
I want to go back to Canada.
Listen, this is what happens when you're in the middle of every conversation. It goes with the territory,
Simultaneously, the villain and the person who's getting
man.
picked on.
It's kind of impressive.
Wild.
It's kind
But
of
you know what?
impressive.
You have a gold star for your efforts.
You do.
So remember
Take
that.
an L, though.
Yeah.
Datmodz and Grenton,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Your topic is not going to make you feel any better.
I
Okay.
Do Feelons add value to Lost Ark? Datmodz is looking confident. Grenton's looking kind of sad.
Listen, we coin flipped.
They
for
did
this
coin
topic,
flip. bobajenny flipped it. I witnessed
lost
it.
8 out of 9 coin flips.
It is
How does that
100%
happen?
true.
That's called
RNG
destiny.
thing.
Too much RNG.
Yeah, because
See?
you're not
Thank
winning.
But you won that one. So despite the coin flip, despite, the sides you're arguing for, take a minute to think about it.
you. Yeah,
Get it all out.
I'm doomed no matter
Think about
what.
it. So, Cannon,
Congratulations on the win.
this is obviously a topic that, we assume people will feel very strongly in one direction. But
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think it's going to be an overwhelming vote? Do you think Twitch chat might surprise us just because they do that? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think they're just going to side with, I do think that they're going to side with the opinion that is in line with their thoughts, but I do want to say one more time that even if you disagree with one person, if they have if they defend that point pretty well, then that's what you're voting on, not necessarily the actual take. So with that said, yeah, datmodz definitely, I think, is going to take this one, for sure.
I was proud of you for how neutral you were being, but
Almost got there.
yeah, he good job. You,
Had me in the
you did
first
your
half.
best.
Yeah.
You did. Grenton and
He's going to
datmodz.
pulverize him.
Are y'all both
See what I did
feeling?
there?
We're ready.
Are you both feeling
Ready to
for
take this
your
L.
city? Ready to take the L?
Yep.
You know what, Grenton? I respect that. So I'll give you the floor first. Grenton, your minute to debate starts now.
Listen, I got shafted. I'm gonna get creative with it.
Okay.
The question is, not are Fions good, but do Fions add value to Lost Ark? And they do add value to Lost Ark. Now, is that good value? Probably not. But, but if we didn't have Fions, right, there would be less of a reason for whales to circulate their money into the economy, and there'd be less of a reason for people to interact with the blue crystal market. Not only that, we have the gold from raids coming down, right? There's gold nerfs. But if we didn't have Fions, the price of accessories and everything would be going up. So not only would it be harder for the blue crystal market to work, but it'd be also harder for new players, which you care deeply about, and so does the rest of the panel here. It'd be harder for them to actually finish their builds and to get into raids. Gatekeeping is a big problem. You need 5x3, you need 5x3 plus 1 maybe now. And if we had no Fions, accessory prices would go up, stones would go up, and there's too much RNG there. So people would have a really hard time getting into the raid. So Fions provide that sort of level of
All right, that was your
Something.
first minute.
This is hard,
Okay.
man.
You did good. datmodz, though, your minute starts now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm totally disregarding everything you just said because I'm very passionate about this this topic. I think we should just remove Fions. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're a little free-to-play Andy grinding 6 characters every single week, maybe 18 characters, doing all your raids, getting lucky on drops. You're a little minnow. You're a dolphin. You're a whale. You're the freaking sea. You're swiping a bunch. Whatever you go to purchase some stones, okay? Whenever you go to get some items, there's that flat tax on everything. Right? It deters people from experimenting. Hey, I want to try an off-meta build. Oh, look, there's an accessory that costs 200 gold. Oh, wait, I got to spend 3,000 gold on the Fion tax, right? And that reduces one of the main things and fun parts in MMO, and that's trying different builds, experimenting with different engravings. And yeah, we do have Trixian to do that, but sometimes you want to try it out in a real-life scenario. You want to go try to solo Voltan with a weird build. You want to go try to do some Vicus carries with a weird build.
All right, that was your 1 minute. Grenton, you have 1 minute to make a response.
You're right. Trying different builds is really fun. There's great ways to do that. The new Hyper Express events lets you try both engravings for free.
Okay.
No Fions, no accessories, nothing. You have Inferno mode, which lets you try any build you want, any engravings at 0 cost. You just got to bring your consumables. So there are ways to do exactly what you said without having to interact with Fions. But not only that, you were talking about people playing 6 characters, 18 characters. Listen, the vast majority of the player base, they're not playing 18 characters, you know? It's just you, because you sit at home all day, you know, your little Cheeto beard playing 18 characters. But the vast majority of the players, they just want to make sure the economy is stable to a point where they can afford to even build their meta 5x3, let alone even try their builds. But if prices of accessories and stones are going to go up, I saw Stoops try to cut like 80 stones for a 7-7.
Yeah, he sucks at stone cutting.
Yeah,
though.
imagine if that had no Fions and stones were 4x the price. His community would go broke trying to fund his stone cutting addiction. It'd be
All right,
insane.
Grenton, that is your time. datmodz, your final minute starts now.
I don't get how you can argue for this topic. Fions.
I have to.
Yeah, I know. That's everything that you need to know. You have to argue for this
It
topic.
adds value.
He's
It
doing good.
adds
datmodz,
value.
this isn't even an argument.
Okay. What? I don't know about this added value, but whenever you
I never
go
said
to
it was good value.
yeah, whenever you go to buy something, you have to pay tax on it. Some of the items aren't even tradable. There's also trade restrictions for items. So one of your main points is, A, it helps new players get items and stuff. But what also helps with that is the trade restrictions. You have an accessory, you can only trade it a certain amount of time. So why do there have to be that added fee on tax? And what's one of the biggest pain points for new players? They're doing a really good job giving new players the new passes and stuff, getting up to 1540 item. But what do they not have yet? They don't have a well-established roster that's generating a lot of gold, and they don't have a lot of characters that are able to run chaos dungeons and only one Guardian raid now per day. That allows them to get lucky and get that extra money to buy the Fion. Remove Fions! Vote for me, datmodz!
I feel like this is just, I don't know. He didn't even argue anything. He
I
just
mean,
yelled
it
at me
was
the
his
whole
1
time.
minute, but it was only about 30 seconds of a debate. Twitch chat is unhinged,
Please
so
vote
they're
for
going to
me.
begin voting now. We'll
This
really
could be
see
your
how that turns out.
Walking W.
Jenny looks like she's
I'll give everyone 100 peons if they vote for me.
Datmodz.
What is
W.
this? What is? Oh, is that a
Mods.
better
It's a
W?
Yeah, that's a lot
And
better
then
than
W.
This is a W.
I got a pocket watch in my other hand.
Got a pocket
W.
Yeah, Grenton, you did have a very difficult.
I think I
topic
debated.
there.
The question was, do they add value to Lost Ark? It didn't say good value, bad value. Just remember that. Do they add value to Lost Ark?
Grant,
And
you
you
look like
did
you're
good.
trying to beat the system here.
I have to win on a technicality. It's the only way.
Man,
I'll
my
give you
le-
this. You made a pretty good point. Stoops, what are you thinking?
My legs look so goddamn skinny on this thing, man. Holy, this is messed up, man. I can see myself. I look crazy, man.
Bro,
Why
Datmodz is-
am I always getting roasted on the side, too? This is crazy. Like, you call
Yeah.
him Walking W, he's roasting me every
Datmodz,
5
you were
seconds.
actually
Datmodz
in
is
the
like running
debate.
for office.
Do you have anything you'd like to share?
Oh no, yeah, if you do have skinny legs, but they're nice and they're athletic.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, they have good muscle tone. So yeah.
O-M-O-M-O-M. It's the
Sure.
OM emote. You
He's
know the
too
OM
old to
emote?
get that one. He doesn't
Hey,
know.
don't call me out,
He's
man.
too old. I've never seen you from this POV before, man. I'm usually staring at the top of your
I'm
head.
this tall.
This is
guys.
you
They're
gained
seeing me.
some-
The
this is
first thing that I
crazy.
heard when these guys saw me, minus datmodz, because he's like 9'12", everyone's like, "Wow, you're really tall."
I mean,
Yeah.
you are taller
I
than
am.
Balthor, so that's
I am.
something.
I am. In many ways.
Okay, let's relax. Chill, dude.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
I got your back, Balthor, even though you make fun of me.
And I won't stop making fun of you.
Oh, thought we were going to have a moment, but I guess
Give him another one. Don't stop.
I can tell you one thing about that debate. If I was a Cheeto, I would want to be stuck in that beard.
You know what? Fair enough. And now it's finally time to see which decision Twitch chat made.
Surprising.
I'm shocked.
I'm kind of shocked.
Grenton?
Yeah. Datmodz, here's your
Datmodz.
gold star.
All right, if you don't want it. No, I'm just kidding. Datmodz, you are not the Mokoko. I don't need to hype that one up. I think we were pretty
Give him
certain.
a
but
participation star. Thank you
There
very much,
are, sir.
Grenton, you did do a great job arguing for something that was very challenging. I'm complimenting you. Why are you sassing
Because
me?
there's sarcasm in the compliment.
My mom's watching this, and she's going to be disappointed in you.
Dude, this guy is part of every conversation.
She is talking to
Every
me.
time we talk, like it's.
What do
just
you
great.
mean?
We should have had Stoops like over here. Like
That's
it would have
probably
been.
You
true.
just want
yeah.
a barrier? You want to use him as a
He's
physical
just
barrier?
too active in this. Like production team. Let's.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
no.
That is
I
probably
thought-
true,
It's
Michael.
all good. Grenton, you are doing quite all right. We're going to take another quick
bullying
break
me.
and head over to Balthor's Support Center again while we get ready for our second round of 3 more debates.
No. Yeah, baby, it's okay. No, you can call me here anytime. Oh, yeah, no. And then I said, no. No, that's not my wife. That's my hammer. Welcome back to Balthor's Live Support Center for the Salty Twitch players. We have so many wonderful people. I see L373 saying, I love you, Balthor. I know. I look better in HD. Or widescreen, you know? You got those little bars on the top of your screen and you can see more. There's so much real estate. You could see me drunk, passed out on the ground, and it's like, whoa. Oh, yes, I see. Oh, rat patrols. Fix the game stare. Oh, you know what I could stare at? Is your tears all the way from over here. I could see you crying. Cry me a river, you know? It's like a giant river that we can all just float in. We could drink Mai Tais and float down the way, and we could have a great time, you and I, you know, while you cry and give us more of that stuff. Yes, that's right. No, oh, yes. You know what? Reckless. I see you there. Yes, do my knees hurt? More like does my back hurt from carrying all you noobs? You know, if I could be serious for a moment, there's something that I want to talk to you all about that I think would really help all you salty crybabies. I think if you buy this new ale of mine. You know, it's definitely delicious ale. You could sell it to all your friends, and it's most certainly not a multi-level marketing scheme. I promise you, it's the best thing ever. You just sell it to your friends, especially if they're salty. If they're salty little pancakes just floating over there, and you're like, "Here's some ale, you noob. Why don't you take this?" What was that? Why don't you take this ale and it'll be delicious and you will stop being such a noob at raids. And can I talk to you salty players about another thing? Is it peons or is it fions? I don't get it. I don't get it, you know? It really grinds my gears. Oh, Amy Yasu says just swipe more. Yes. I'm always fan of the whales. You know, we like to swim in that big open sea, and it is the most wonderful time. I'm just floating like the freedom flag of justice, just going on there. I could float on my hammer all day. Oh, yes, let's see here. We got Barbun, 97, Shift G, more like Alt F4, you noob. Get out of my game. Recall YT again. Balthor, what do you think about... Listen. Why don't you just go back to Mod and Stoop's channel, you know? He needs some support right now. He really does. He can't stand, literally. Let's see here. We've got a special... I'm fragile. Oh, yes. Back to my noobs. I hope you've been thinking about my multi-level marketing scheme. It's one of the best in town, I tell you right now. Wait! Not multi-level marketing scheme, my bad. Oh, Lovebug says LMA. Ooh, yeah. La, la, la. I see what you're doing there. It feels really good. Ooh, I see so many people. D-Lo says, say hi to datmodz. That's my baby mama. Oh, hello, datmodz. Good to see you. He's got the Cheetos for reals. Hey, why don't you come over here, datmodz?
Oh.
Yes.
Hello, family.
You're looking good.
Balthor.
I really like your beard.
Now, this is the majestic thing. That's
yes.
What products do you use in that? Do you got anything to sell me?
It's pure oil from the bottom of the barrel of the ale. Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
Yes. And the tears of my enemy. Yeah. All these noobs. Look at all of them. They're just floating around. Say hi to datmodz beard. Hello, datmodz beard. I see you.
Oh, it's nothing compared to yours at all, Balthor.
Yes, thank you. I try my best.
Yeah, talking about whales, I see a bunch of them in chat right now.
Yes. They are just swooning all the way from their little whale stoop. I can hear you guys. You sound like you need your back scratched because you're just you can't reach them with your little hands. Okay. Now, but what was that? More multi-level marketing scheme? No? Okay. Back to you in the studio, Rox.
Thanks, Balthor. You know, you're not supposed to, like, advertise your sales on, like, company time. Like, who hired you?
You did.
I believe you did.
I definitely didn't, but I do know you said you had customer support experience, and I'm no longer sure if that's true.
No, I absolutely lied.
Okay. Good to know. You know what? I don't trust you over there. Why don't you come over here?
Get over here,
before we get our
Balthor.
next
Over there?
debate
Okay.
going.
Oh,
Yeah, get back over here.
Let me get my mallet.
What is that face, Stoops? What are you doing?
Oh,
What is that
Do you need
face?
this mallet to fix? Oh, no,
What
never
is
mind.
he doing?
We're good.
I already regret this decision, actually.
Good hustle, Balthor.
Thank you, Daddy.
Son, is that you?
Papa?
Oh, wow.
Your son grew up quick.
What a man he's become. What a mighty hammer.
Thank you.
Well, you may have been onto something at the beginning of this show. Apparently,
I'm
we're
telling
finding out a little bit too much about datmodz and Balthor. But you know what? We're going to move on from whatever that is, and we'll get ready for our next debate with stoopzz and bobajenny. So this is going to be our fourth debate. It's still anyone's game so far. Lots of stars spread out. We'll see if bobajenny earns her first star here. So you two, your topic is going to be, should Lost Ark offer more solo progression opportunities for players? We'll give you kind of a minute to think through what you want your arguments to be, and we'll go from there. All right. Yeah, Balthor, also what you said when you, I don't want to know, it sounded like you were taking a personal call.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, we all know that.
Yes, well, I was talking to my agent. Yes, my agent about,
About your hammer.
Yeah, that's it.
Tell me more about this.
Don't tell us
hammer.
more.
About my
No,
mallet.
no, not that hammer.
Well, my hammer. Oh, yes,
other
it's
hammer.
the best in the world.
Oh, I bet.
Everybody loves it. They talk about it for miles. In fact, speaking of this topic, I mean, I pretty much solo the entire game. You could basically just hang out with me the whole time.
Yeah, fair enough. Well,
Except some people here don't have my card.
no more multi-level marketing. That's enough from you. No more sales. But it sounds like Balthor might be a fan of solo progression opportunities. So we'll see what our two debaters are going to argue for. Are you both feeling ready? Datmodz is, I don't know why I said datmodz.
You said this
walking
crazy man.
Datmodz is over there and not debating.
It's the beard.
Stoops and
It's because I'm in
bobajenny.
this wheelchair. You don't remember my name. Yesterday you called me Grenton. Now you call me datmodz. This
I
is
never
messed
called
up,
you
man.
Grenton. I called
No
Grenton
one
Groot.
called you Grenton.
She did yesterday.
Yeah,
Who is
one
Grenton?
He does kind of look like me a
Nobody
little
did.
bit. Almost our twins.
Who the hell is
Messed up, man.
Grenton?
I'm tired of
Still
it.
getting bullied.
Oh,
What is
you
going
mean Groupon?
Oh,
Is that what you're talking
you
about?
talking about Gruden?
Okay.
Rootin'. I like
What
that
is
better.
this guy saying, man?
Again,
All
thank
right,
you for
well,
not
it
bullying
sounds
me.
like our debaters are ready for that debate. Stoops, who I very much know, and bobajenny, are you both ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, Stoops, I feel bad, so I will give you the floor first. Your minute starts now.
I think this is a kind of an easy topic, and it's like, of course, Lost Ark needs more solo progression, okay? Because right now, the game is a very raid-based, heavy game, and so you get your character all juiced up. A lot of you guys come to the game, check out Hyper Express, you're waiting to play Aeromancer, you want to pump, do big damage. Well, that class doesn't do a lot of damage, but you want to do big damage, right? You want to play in the raid or support your friends. So you hone, you enhance, you go through the little triangle dance of the screen as you're enhancing all the way up. You get there, and then you don't get invited into the group. And that is one of the hardest things about MMORPGs is that you do all the work to do a raid, and then you sit in the party finder for hours, and it's super frustrating if you don't have friends. And so we have gone out of the way to help people get into groups, but if you offer more solo content and ways to progress your character via solo content, then you can at least play on your own time, whether it be 1 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon, whenever you want to play, you can play. Not saying group content isn't important in MMORPG, but giving people ways to progress on their own, I think is super important. Do I got more time to
That
go?
was
All right.
like exactly your minute, so that was pretty good for you to ask. Bobajenny, your minute starts now.
I get it. You know, sometimes you would be like, hey, it'd be a lot faster if I just do this whole vault-in by myself, and I totally understand that. But at the same time, like, don't you want to have a community where you can count on, or you're just like, hey, I want to do vault-in. Is anyone up to do vault-in with me? And then they chop right in. Because at the end of the day, there's vertical content that is very, very co-op, but people usually forget about the horizontal. Nothing about horizontal is co-op. It's all solo. So you have solo horizontal and then solo vertical. I feel like that's going to throw off the balance a little bit. You know, people are going to just play solo. And I feel like what makes Lost Ark a bit different from other MMOs that there's so many opportunities for you to play co-op. And I think that is what makes it fun.
All right, you have a little bit more time. Do you want it?
This is very difficult, guys.
You're doing so good. All right, Stoops, your minute, your final minute for your final argument starts now.
I agree with you, bobajenny. Playing with your friends is important. Like when the Mr. Mods ditched me last week, I was hurt. I like playing with my friends, man. It's very, very important. But I think that giving people an option is always better than sitting in the party finder. And I think Lost Ark has really great combat. No one can deny that. And so I think that with fights like Procol, which are super fun, if you gave solo boss encounters, so we have Legion raids, and then we can work on solo bosses, and maybe you get 3 for your gold earners, and you can either do one or the other. Maybe raids give you more gold, but you can get gear sets from solo bosses. You can earn some gold on the side. So if you don't have time to get into a raid group, or you can't, you still have the avenue of doing some solo boss encounters, and you can work on your skills and get better. For a new player getting into the game, how are you going to develop your skills if you can't really get into the raid groups, right? So offering solo fights, solo bosses, like a solo Vicus, man, a solo clown, that'd be really cool, man. Some of the same patterns, help you learn a little bit, right? Get your skills on, make some gold progression. Solo encounters is the future.
All right. right. That was your
Damn.
minute. Bobajenny, you
Pay
can do
me.
it. You have one more minute.
Objection.
No objection. We're still in the middle of the debate. You can't object to
Object.
debate.
You guys are
I want to
getting
point
paid.
out, Mr. Stoops did
No.
not even invite me to the raid. I only got invited by Zeals and Memo. You forgot
I don't
about
know
me,
what
so
game
I
you've
don't.
been- I
I
don't
did
know-
not leave you. You forgot about me. I just want to throw
All
it
right,
out there.
well, we'll have our
No lies
audience
and
keep
I don't
it
know
in
what
mind,
game
but
he's been playing. I don't know
Bobajenny
if-
still has
Might
1
if I
minute
got
to
lost
make
in the
her
mail.
debate.
This guy said Xavier won the argument. That's messed up, man. That's messed up, man. Who said that?
All right, Bobajenny still
Okay.
has 1 minute for her last
on.
debate,
Okay.
so we're gonna give her that. Bobajenny, you feeling ready? I know we kind of got off base there. All right,
right.
your final minute starts now.
Mr. Man, I understand.
Wait, we're
All
still
right?
going? Oh,
We're,
shoot.
it's my turn, Mr. Man. Look, I understand. He ditched you. You know what? I wasn't invited either. But this could be the moment where we can all make up and just play together. And at the end of the time, it's just so much more fun when you play with everyone. So do you really, truly want solo prog all the time, though? Like, although I'll say this, to have co-op and have the option for solo, but I feel like that kind of gameplay would be completely different because everyone has solo in mind thinking, yeah, I'm juiced, I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna one-shot the boss. But at the end of the day, there is mechs, right? There's mechs to do, and you know, we talked about wipe mechanics and stuff like that. So I think that could be a different play mode, but the game overall is mainly based on co-op. And I would definitely invite you.
I'll play with you. Screw this guy. Though. I don't want to play
All
with
right,
this
that was
bitch.
Bobajenny's final
I'll allow you,
minute.
datmodz.
Twitch chat now has the opportunity to vote on who they think the winner is. You know, guys, this got weirdly like emotional and about friendship. I'm glad you guys are here with me at my
Yeah.
mushroom.
I gotta tell you, there's something Stoop said really resonated with me about having friends, and I realize I don't have any.
But everyone calls you to protect them, though.
Yeah, that's
How's
true,
that feel?
but
They
like,
just use you.
you know, it's just using me. That's why I drink myself, you know. I gotta drink my body weight to make up for the pain and the sadness.
Are you okay?
I'll be fine. I'm just looking for a friend.
I'm your friend.
Oh, wow.
Does that make you
moving
hot?
rather fast there, Captain.
I mean, shoot, man. I said shoot. I definitely said
You
shoot.
got it.
I said shoot. Yeah. You gotta watch out, man.
I'll
Front
give you
page
my
right now.
contact, and we'll, you know.
Oh, I got it yesterday. Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
saved
got it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right, well, it looks like we have the beginnings of another beautiful friendship over here. This is weirdly heartwarming, despite you all yelling all over each other during that debate a minute ago. So you know what? I will take it. I will take it.
This is like an opposite. It's like there's nothing but love here, but then over there, it's like my boy Stoops is really jaded about something. datmodz, what did you do?
I feel bad. I think I pushed him to be a solo cell phone player now. We used to have so much fun in raids together, and he told me that group content was his favorite content, and
Oh no!
we missed one raid together, and I think
All your fault.
it really had an everlasting
changed
effect
it.
on him. And
It's like story of the Joker.
yeah, I
kind
think
of,
we're gonna
in
have
a
to do
way.
some raids together. To
He
make
created
up,
the
yeah.
villain.
Have a little
Yeah.
talk, yeah. The Stoops villain arc.
Damn.
How come he has the orange thing? What is the? Why does he get the orange?
Because
It
he's
means
my
I'm
MC.
I'm at a higher
He's
level.
above us.
Is that like a retired Mokoko, or is that what that's
Retired
supposed to be?
Mokoko? Wait,
The boomer Mokoko.
Is that like an
He's
aged
just
Mokoko,
definitely
or-
the more attractive Mokoko.
Listen here, Xavier.
He's my friend now.
Listen here, Xavier.
Hey man, you're crazy, man.
That was a pretty savage
There's a
comment.
picture of me in Discord as Professor X with like my head shaved.
All right, well, I guess we'll find out who won that debate. It looks like the votes are in.
Oh man. He's
Sorry, I
g-
just needed to take a deep breath.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It was
go for
dramatic. It was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try to be dramatic.
Can I ask one question? Because we got the results in. I don't think my boy Stoops, because Stoops yesterday he was complaining about how he was always losing in the rehearsals.
He's been doing that for like 3 months. Yeah.
Stoops, how do you feel about this? Do you feel like you won this one, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah?
think she got a hard topic.
Okay, fair.
Jenny, how are you feeling though?
I got the hard topics.
All right, well, then I guess it's time for me to announce that Bobajenny. Unfortunately, Stoops is not the Mokoko. He will get his second gold
I
star.
mean, look at that,
But
though,
gold
man.
stars aren't everything. Don't worry too much yet.
Wow.
They seem like everything, but
Look at that. They
Look
are
at
pretty
that.
important.
Wow.
Look at that.
Balthor, now that you've made a friend, thanks for joining us as well. I'm going to send you back to man the support.
Nah, man.
Oh,
That chat was
Your
getting pretty
star.
spicy. I don't know who Xavier is, but like, you might want to go check in on that.
It's all right. I'll head back. Hey,
We'll tell you
call
after
me
the
later.
show.
I'll get you on my
Hey,
multi-level
Britt,
marketing
just
scheme.
Make sure you bring that other hammer.
Oh, the other one.
That's right.
Not
What are
okay.
you talking about?
What?
Like I
What
said.
is going on?
What other
It's
hammer?
not the
Hammer,
size
big
of the boat,
hammer, that's
baby.
just-
You're really
Salt
struggling
hammer,
there,
man.
Balthor, huh?
You know it, Papa.
What is going on with this guy?
Are you making fun of how slow he walks? He's got short legs.
This guy's crazy, though. I just showed up yesterday, saw him for the first time. He's crazy, dude.
He's drunk. Leave him alone.
I feel like he's getting progressively more drunk throughout the show. though.
Have you
He's
met
getting
Balthor?
unhinged.
That's kind of what he does.
It's true.
Look
All
at him.
right.
Look at his face right now.
Balthor, are you okay over there?
I got a new Papa, and his name is datmodz.
You know what? Let's leave him in his support center for a while. Stoopzz may be onto something. We're gonna go ahead and move into our next 1v1 debate. Bobajenny and datmodz. Why don't we do a little shuffle? Thank you.
Quick little
We'll
shuffle.
shuffle.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
Stepping on my
Oh.
leaves.
Oh, I just
Oh,
dropped it.
flower.
Everyone into place.
man.
Bobajenny and datmodz. So Bobajenny, you still have another chance to earn a gold star.
I'm the only one without a star.
This
That
is
is
your
true.
chance. You could earn it here. Your topic for this debate is, should there be options for how players can earn gold in their raids? Is it something that they should have control over?
Okay.
So I'll give you both a minute to kind of think about that before we get started. Hey, can someone check on Balthor, please?
Yeah, I missed him already.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, let's not check on Balthor. Someone turn off Balthor's camera, maybe, and figure out who hired him. Bobajenny, datmodz, are you feeling ready?
I think we are ready.
You ready?
You ready?
Oh,
I'm ready.
You ready?
they're squaring
Wow.
up. They're very ready over there.
So toxic.
You know what? Bobajenny got that first hit in, so I will give you the floor first. Your 1 minute to make your first argument in the debate starts now.
So should there be customization options for how players can earn gold?
Wait. You want it to say
What?
ladies first? That means I'm going first.
All right, okay, fine.
Okay. I firmly believe that players should have more customization options for the content they consume weekly. There's certain raids that you really enjoy. You might really like Vicus, her feet, the scene
What?
where you're doing the type-in test.
Okay.
Maybe you like doing the Belshazzar square places. Maybe you just really like a con. Maybe Triangle is your favorite fight. You want to get the wings. I think players should be able to select what raids they do every week. Maybe you shouldn't be forced to do something you don't want to do just for a reward. Once you get your sets leveled up, once you get your items required, once you get your horns, once you get your pet, you should just be able to do 3 triangles per week on your character, okay? You don't even like playing your alts anymore. They're retired. They're the new thing, the new hotness. Soul Leader came out. You want to know what? You should be able to transfer all your raids on your character and just play that character all week long. Do as many Chaos Dungeons on it. Do all the Guardian raids you want to do it. Do Vicus as much as you want to do it. It also helped assist in getting your sets quicker and your bonuses quicker, so you're not forced to run things that you don't want to run.
All right, that was your minute, I guess, since you decided. Bobajenny, your 1 minute starts now.
I felt like you were selling me a slap chop or something. But I'm just going to say the question is, should there be customization options? I think no, because, you know what, you're right, but hold up, because listen. People want to progress their character. Every single time a new raid comes out, that's when you get them new materials to craft their new gear. If everyone is just doing the new stuff over and over again, who's going to help out the Mokokos with the other stuff? And I feel like in general, Lost Ark is an alt kind of playing game. So again, this kind of ties in with the solo progression where you probably just want to stick with one character and solo progress. But I think overall, like, there's also like group synergies and stuff like that. This is very, very difficult, guys. But I do think that it would throw off the balance a little bit. No one's going to be doing Belshazzar anymore because it takes 10 years. So I feel like a little bit of customization is fine, but full customization where you can do multiple raids I don't think that would be healthy.
All right,
Yeah.
datmodz, you have 1 minute to make a final response.
Now, you did make a really good point. There is certain raids that people don't necessarily like the most, and that might cause and force players not to run anymore, so new players might not be able to find groups. However, there is one big problem in Lost Out, that's burnout. What leads to burnout? It's doing things that you don't actually want to do. It's things that you feel forced to do. And I think that's problematic. That's why you should be able to select the raid that you want to do. And also for new players, that's obviously a concern. You always want to have the new players having a good experience. That's why you need to add more systems in the game to allow other players mentor them. You have a better group finder, have a better matchmaking game. So there's players that want to learn a raid, and there should be some type of incentive for older players, veteran players, board players to go in there and help them out. Maybe instead of running a bus or something, because that's what a lot of people do for extra gold, you have a system in place in the matchmaker where you want to be a mentor, and you basically get the equivalent of the bus gold for helping the new players, and then they also get their sets. But then if you don't want to do that, you can just run your favorite raid 3 times per week and make that gold. Cash money.
All right, bobajenny, you have your final minute to argue against President datmodz.
Yeah. I'm literally against the walking W. You guys don't understand how hard this is, okay? But I do feel like some customization is good. But if it really comes down to a gold, the gold thing, is it really about the customization, or should they just keep the gold, higher, so people wouldn't have to think about gold, wouldn't have to think about, doing vaulting every week? Because at the end of the day, like, these earlier raids are there to prep you for the future raids. And if you keep going back, that would get boring as well, don't you think? Like I said, guys, this is very difficult.
I want to get bored, but that is a good point, though.
Yeah.
The certain raids do introduce mechanics that help you learn new raid mechanics because they reintroduce them at certain points. So not reinforcing those raid mechanics might make it harder for other people to learn
All
their
right,
stuff. And I'm
that
fighting against
is-
myself. Why did I do that? Don't listen to what I
Bobajenny's
just said. Don't listen.
Honestly, bobajenny made her argument, but I kind of like the support you were giving her, so I let it happen.
Let's go.
You know what? We had bobajenny versus datmodz. Actually, it was bobajenny and datmodz versus datmodz. So we'll see how the community decides to vote on that. Yeah, that was very interesting while they're voting, that you decided to take her side at the end there.
Well,
that
it's
is an interesting debate strategy for sure.
I didn't take her side. I just recognized she made some fair, good points, and MMOs are about community, so you should respect your community members' point of views and perspectives, and you shouldn't just automatically dismiss them. Back to you, Rocks.
Cannon, look at this guy. Do you see this? He's like walking himself back now. He's trying to make himself look good.
Yeah, I think it's part of his campaign technique.
I think he's guilty.
I mean, I don't know what he actually said, but I'm kind of mesmerized at how he said. I mean, this guy looks like he's.
Are you okay?
He's the only one out here that looks like that sounds and looks like he's running for president of the United States. I mean,
Arcasia.
Arcasia. Oh.
Arcasia. That's right. That's what I said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that.
I know, man. What is that?
What?
What? Stoops, what are you looking at?
What's going
Why
on?
the hell are you panning to me when I'm staring off into the void, man? I was out there zoning, and I look up and the camera's on me. I'm not even.
You are?
It's
Stoops,
okay.
are you
What's
aware that
going
you
on, Michael?
are
You're
on a
so
live
weird.
stream?
You're on a live stream.
Like we
But he controls the camera.
You're always on camera.
I know, but it was.
Listen, man, you're the main
assume
character.
you're always on camera.
So you're saying I'm
Just
always
like,
interjecting myself into
Balthor.
conversations, and you're not
Balthor's
going to talk
always
about this?
camera ready.
What's going on?
It doesn't matter.
It's so bright in
No
here.
big deal. You just called him
medic?
I can't
Xavier.
see
What do you
anything.
mean?
It's too much. You guys are yelling. It's hurting my ears.
Why are your goggles so wet?
Because I sweat in the mouth.
Balthor is sweating from his eyes, and he is still more camera ready than you, Stoops.
It's just so much.
It's like foggy. Like you said.
Yeah.
dew.
It's very moist.
Hey, I don't need to see anything to still carry your salty butt through a raid.
Oh my God.
Does he even play the game or no?
He's in the game.
He's in the game.
He's in the game. What do you mean?
I am the game, baby.
Okay.
You know what? Your guys' toxicity seems to be rubbing off on our sidereal here. I don't know how that's going to play out next time. You'll have to face the Legion commanders.
We're getting some comms in right now, guys. We're getting some
Wait,
comms.
I can hear
love
it.
We can hear it.
So what y'all can't see, Michael, why don't you let them see you really quick? Show our production team. They're talking into my ear, and they just told me a super secret. That was my real shocked face. So.
Oh, you can see it.
All right. I don't know if you can lip read from that angle, but by one vote, confirmed by the people counting back there, the votes, Twitch chat, a single vote. Datmodz. Bobajenny is the winner.
Down with
Bobajenny gets
I knew I could count it.
gold star. That I don't know who that one vote was,
Thank you.
but they
It was
got
the
you a
Play Lost
gold
Ark channel.
It
I
was
don't
the
think we can vote our own polls.
Wow.
Let's go.
But that is amazing.
It is a tight race.
It shows rigged, I told you.
Yo,
my
Brenton, are you
gosh.
kidding me? Are you still saying this show is rigged?
How do we all conveniently have 1 star?
You don't. Stoops is
Chat
2.
decided.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has 2.
Yeah, it's a pity star.
What do you mean it's a pity star?
Because you've been bullying him. You called him a Xavier.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
True though, man. What's crazy, man? I can't believe you called me that.
All right,
What is
well,
this?
we'll keep his name to Stoops for now. But it looks like we have
crazy.
one more debate.
I'm never gonna.
Look at all the stars on everyone. I'm really happy everyone has at least 1 gold star.
Yeah,
You
less
know what?
complaints.
Good job. Everyone gets a participation trophy. Joke's on you. These maybe don't matter, but we'll get to that later. But you know what? I'm proud of all of you. You all did good enough to get a gold star from the wrangled Twitch chat. Like I said, though, it is still anyone's game, anyone's season. Anyone
close.
can be a Mokoko. We have one more debate to do between Grenton and Stoops. So y'all are both set up. Grenton, you got to give it your all, or he's going to have 3 stars. He's going to have won all his debates.
This is the one person I'm not going to be toxic to.
Wow.
Why did you decide that?
Because all show, he was talking to me for 12 episodes. But all show, he's been nothing but nice to me. Your hands
What
are
you said
freezing.
yesterday, man.
Well, yesterday we were all tired and then he was just mean.
You
but like
were
today, he's
brutal.
nice.
Don't let him fool
I
you,
wasn't
Twitch
mean
chat.
yesterday, man.
I don't know. You were kind of
I was
mean
not.
yesterday.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
What?
I'm not. He's right all the time. I want to correct something though. So the last episode, we had to debate which gate was the coolest,
Yeah.
and I had to do. I didn't do a con yet, right? So I had Brel Gate 6. A Cotton Gate 3 is definitely the coolest gate in Lost Ark. So I'm gonna give you that W.
I just said a con gate 3 is the best gate.
Yeah. I would do a con
can
for
you
like.
fix that on the show? Like, can we go back?
No,
and,
we
like,
can't
No, you can
retcon
on
the
YouTube,
show.
Michael. You can add text. Like. Sure. Okay. Thank
Like,
you.
you're
gonna add
pissing
it.
off
No,
Michael.
you can.
I know, but he
It's a
said sure, but
correction,
he's
though.
not gonna do it.
You can't retcon canon. Have you ever seen Star Wars? Anyway,
Rocks got fired.
anyway.
Whoa.
Chat, don't let. this is part
Anyway,
of
we
his
still have one
strategy.
more debate to get through. I haven't even told y'all your topic, and you're all already.
True.
Your debate topic is actually an important one, so I'm glad you hugged it out. How do we create a better and healthier community for newer players or players that are still progressing? So, hug it out, think about how you can help those noobs. Keep those warm fuzzies inside, and you'll all have a minute to strategize.
I think it's an interesting strategy that Grenton's taken here. This is all part of his strategy.
You think?
Oh,
he's just
100%. I mean,
playing
all of a
long
sudden he's a
con
nice guy. Are you kidding me?
for the
Grenton?
debate topic?
I mean, come on. No, I'm not buying it.
Even when
Don't
I'm
buy
nice,
it,
I'm
chat.
So you think he's trying to be wholesome
Oh,
in
you
order
wanna be nice,
to
for sure.
sway votes
Wild.
about the new players and healthy
100%.
community?
That's
That's
100%.
interesting. That's a
Why
very
do you-
interesting take from our MC here.
Why do you call him Gruden? I don't understand. What is that supposed to? I don't understand.
See, this is why I like him.
No, but I just don't actually understand.
that not his
What
name?
is it? You said this so many times. Yeah, you guys were saying it yesterday too. What does Gruden
I have
mean?
no idea what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
Grenton?
You literally were
That-
talking. You guys said it like 10 times yesterday. I was sitting right here.
That's his name.
Yeah, great.
What does Gruden mean?
I don't
literally
know.
his
What
name.
does Stoops mean?
Why are you arguing with
I
us?
can
This
talk to
isn't
you
a
about some
debate
lore or
between
something
us.
like that, but just,
Sure, you do have lore.
Wait, I want the Stoops
That's
lore.
true. That's true.
I can't because I'm not allowed to say like
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
on
yeah,
Yeah.
the TV show.
Well, I don't know what these guys are talking about, but are you both ready for your final debate? It's the final debate of the season.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready. I have to go to the bathroom so bad, so someone has to wheel me out of here right after this is done. This is crazy. I
All
need some
right,
help.
well, I really don't want to see that on camera, so we're going to go ahead and
Oh
get
my
things
God.
started. Stoops, you know what? You have the floor first. Your first. What? Do you
No,
not
no, no,
want
no,
it?
it's fine. Let's go.
Okay,
I'm
your
ready.
minute to debate
Full
starts
speed.
now.
Okay, so Lost Ark.
speed.
Listen, everyone always talks about Lost Ark, right? And we all know that, if you're getting into the game, everyone's experienced it. It's hard to get into groups and stuff like that. People can be a little bit more hurried for time, rushed, and it can create an environment that's maybe not as welcoming to new players because you have stuff to do, right? And so we've done a lot. You know, shout out to my mods in the Discord, Tiny Dam, Kim, Connor, all you guys. I've seen you in the chat. You look cute today. Thanks, you guys, for being here. Shout out to you guys for, you know, moderating that Discord for new players and getting them in there. But the reality is, I think that you need to create more opportunities like that in-game. It doesn't have to be specifically in-game like a mentor system, but I think just whatever, have opportunities for people to like that, like Connor, Kim, et cetera, to shine, because not everybody is built for helping other people. You have to do it out of like the goodness of your heart, right? You have to do it because you want to, not for some stinking reward or like a skin. You're gonna get the best results when you genuinely want to do something. Am I good? I got time or more?
You have more time.
End it, baby.
So yeah, that's what I would focus on there, is giving those people more of an opportunity to play with other players, and also not so much of the focus on
Now
raids.
you do not have more time. That was your minute.
good.
Made the most of it though. Grenton, your first minute to make a debate starts now.
Yeah, so everything you said makes sense, but there's a underlying issue, is that no matter how many nice people you have, you said like Tiny Dam, Connor, all these people, you're still gonna have the biggest issue, which is gatekeeping. And you gatekeep for a lot of reasons. I play Reaper. I was super excited to show stoopzz my 5x3+2. His whole chat wasted 9-7 on Reaper Keck W. So no matter what it is, at the end of the day, it has to be balance in the game that allows you to play the class you want, play the build you want, so you can get into these raids. So the best way to bring new and returning players back to the game and create a healthier community is to make it so there's less of a discrepancy between the absolute top, like Predator Slayer, and the absolute bottom, like, you know, Machinist, and kind of compress that gap so people aren't getting gatekept based on what they find fun.
All right, stoopzz, you have 1 minute to make your final argument.
Yeah, that was kind of hard to come up with that on the spot, huh? That was a little bit.
Yeah, that was all improv.
Yeah, that was pretty
Sick,
good.
huh?
I think ultimately it's an important topic regardless of whatever, like this whole thing. I think that the game ultimately should offer more avenues for people to interact and let players that are willing to help other players shine a bit more. And I think taking away the focus from raids is also important, right? Because Lost Ark is a game where it is a raiding game, and in any game, any other MMO, you ask people, do they raid? They might say no. But in Lost Ark, if you ask somebody if they raid, they're gonna say yes, 100%, because it's the game, it's raiding. And with raiding, you're gonna have people that aren't willing to sit there and teach other players, so it creates this experience as a new player where you're trying to get into the end game content, the raids, and people aren't always gonna be willing to teach you these things. So I think by giving people an opportunity to help other players, I don't know what that solution actually is, but creating those, and then 2, not putting so much of the focus on raids and an environment where it's a little bit more lax, chill, and you can kind of interact and hang out. I think those are what make an MMO more welcoming to other players, and new players specifically, right? You have to have diversity of content, but you also have to make sure that you can let veteran players teach newer players. Do I have time?
No, yeah,
All right.
that's time. I'll let you finish your sentence.
All right.
Grenton, your final minute is now.
Yep, and at the end of the day, it all comes down to, like you said, the content and what's in the game. MMO communities have been like notoriously cutthroat. That's the word I'll use, not toxic. Where if you're not at their level, you're bad, and if you're suddenly over their level, you're RMTing. Like that's the sort of the community that MMOs foster. So you kind of figure out a way to bridge that gap. And I think what you were saying makes a lot of sense. Less of a focus on raid. We were talking about it earlier with more solo content, ways to express your skill, right? To show that, hey, even though you play a class that isn't the top of the DPS, you have a way to show that, hey, I'm still a good player. That in itself will alleviate a lot of the community sort of bias that other regions have imposed on our region. But not only that, like you said, having people who are willing to help newer players is very important. But I think even if you have thousands of people who are willing to help, but the systems in the game and the discrepancies between classes is where it is now, then you can have the nicest people in the world and you're still going to have toxicity in the game.
All right, that was your minute. Twitch chat will now vote on what they think.
That was hard.
It got really friendly all of a sudden.
Jenny, we got the hard
Yeah.
topics.
What is happening?
It is friendly. Actually, Bobajenny and Grenton are.
Yeah.
What's going on?
No, we were
over
just
there?
saying we got hard topics.
Oh, okay.
Wait, yeah.
Well, you know what? You guys did a great job. That was our last debate of the season as well.
Wow.
So we've done, 12 episodes, 6 debates today in the live show. And, there were, like Cannon said earlier, some topics that are more challenging just to take an angle, take a stance. But I think everybody, I feel good. Y'all did a good job debating. You being argumentative too, which, I think is more natural for some folks here. But all in all, I feel like you guys did a really good job. How are you all feeling?
Feeling pretty confident going into this last one that stoopzz hopefully doesn't win another star. Because honestly, he's just gotten all the really easy topics today. He's been saying this
You got
competition
some-
has been rigged
some
from the
stars.
beginning, and he
was
gets
right.
choice of all
He
the
was
easy
right.
topics
He was
for
right.
whatever reason,
Can
and
I-
everyone else has to
It's gonna come to you.
debate the hard stuff.
That's it.
All right,
It's almost
Stoops.
like he pitied.
Stoops looks confused. What do you have to say
I
about
mean,
that?
you had a really easy one where
The Fions.
the Fion one, but also like the gold and splitting it up, and you're like doing this like campaign and like running for president, and you still lost to bobajenny.
Damn!
What are you talking about?
Smear
had the
campaigns
easy
or
one,
Look
and
how
support
awesome
campaigns.
bobajenny is, though. I would vote for it too.
I'm just saying. what are you
Imagine
talking about?
voting
You
for
got two
giant
layups and
bearded
you
man or bobajenny.
But am I wrong?
Bobajenny every time.
I mean, well, we still have to figure out who won this debate, and actually, it will not be over until it is over. Surprisingly, that's something datmodz said. I wasn't trying to pick up on that.
just
But
quoting
this is
datmodz.
not, this may not be for all the Mokoko seeds quite yet. We want to see who won this last debate, and this is important, but, the
mean it might
audience
not
will
be
still
us for
have an
Mokoko
important decision to make. More on that later.
You know, we didn't actually ask Balthor who he thought was the
yeah.
winner.
Yeah,
do you
I
think?
hear you loud and clear. Fact is, Rox, I am not drunk anymore. I soaked up all the Cheetos from datmodz beard. And I can also say without any competition that we can all agree that I should be in the game more often. Can we make that happen? Anyone? Hello?
Well, we'll see about that later, maybe after this debate club finale, and if you stop drinking on the job. But before we do that, it looks like we have our final winner of the debates, but not our final winner of the show. Grenton, you are so unenthusiastic.
I made Reaper.
I cannot argue with that, and that is why Stoopzz is not a
Wait,
Mokoko.
that is why he's not a Mokoko?
No,
Are you saying
that's not
that
really why. It actually
Rox's
has to do with
official
like
view
the
is she hates
whole
Reapers?
debate you just did.
Yeah.
That's why he's not a Mokoko.
Put it on this.
I'm making a Reddit post
It's
about
just
You wouldn't be the
bling
first.
bling, man. You got
Put it on
stars.
this.
you. Put on your forehead.
All right.
Oh my god.
Give him that star. Stoops is putting on
TOS.
his third golden star.
Forehead.
Sheesh, look at me, I'm
Let's let
dripped
him
out.
stick that on. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at how happy he is.
Yeah,
Guys,
Cannon, actually, Stoops' cape is almost as shiny as
it
yours
almost
now,
is.
with all
You're
those
getting
Hey,
to
golden
level
stars.
production team, can we get a zoom in on Stoops right now? I haven't seen that man smile this much since. Yeah.
Oh
Okay, Cannon
yeah.
knows too much. Apparently, we still have to tally all the votes.
Looking good.
And, I know you can kind of see, we just talked about, but we're going to count the votes just to be sure. And there will be another vote coming up soon. So stick around to figure out who the winner will finally be, and for those very important Twitch drops. But, while we do that, we're going to head back to Balthor at his support center one last time.
Yeah, yep, thanks again, Rox. Yeah, okay. No, you can still call me Papa. Thank you for coming back to the Balthor Live Support Center for you salty players. I'm definitely not tipsy anymore, and I can read the comments live. We've got so many people here. We've got people saying, go, Stoopzz, go. So many people saying, huh? I'm confused. Wow, it sounds like you inside the raid. Listen, I literally tell you what to do in those dungeons, and you just can't do it. Like, what's the point, why do I even try? Kylan says, Balthor card win. You're speaking my language, brother. I tell you right now, I've been trying to figure that out my whole entire life. Let's see, Kara Sky says, ooh, you crazy hot. Oh, yes, that's right. Maybe like hot Cheetos. datmodz, hot Cheetos. Next stream. That's right. Throw some over. Digital Bro says, I want my Balthor card. This is starting to look like the right chat. In fact, I should change the name from Balthor's Live Support Center for salty players to Balthor's Live Support Center for Balthor stands. Yeah, look at all the people. Everybody's going for Balthor. You know what? I would ship Balthor with Balthor. I'd be in for that. That'd be crazy. Tyrell says, Balthor, are you single? Well, maybe. No, Not anymore. Have you met Cannon? Oh, let's see. Who has it? Jorby says Balthor by far worst side reel. Get Xena or Inanna on the screen. I see what you're saying there, but like I said, maybe we could get you some, I don't know, some nachos or some French fries for all that salt you're dealing with, or maybe Stoops over here can wheel in and
This most, like I said, barrage enhancement, Stoops, man. F you, man. Are you crazy?
he's
man?
upset.
This is
He's
insane.
upset, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Stoops is angry. He's wheeling all the way back to his spot at the speed of a snail. He's so mad. Don't put your salt near that Stoops because he's a snail and he will literally melt and die. So don't do that. Let's see who else we got here. Random Oak 99. You are laughing your face off and I love you for it, baby. Listen. This is a really good time. I mean, I was talking to my friend Cannon over there for a moment, and he said that maybe we could be friends, but maybe all of us can be friends, you know? We could form like a community, and we could do a synchronized dance. Oh, we could all dance at the same time, or maybe cry tears of sadness because we're all alone and drinking. Can we get some more ale, Rocks, maybe? Maybe later. Let's see who else we got going on over here. Wasp Yui says, can we be friends? You know it, I already said so. Korusame says, can you sing for us? I can sing you a song, and it's not very long. That's about it. That's all I got for you. We've got so many wonderful people. People are very angry. Do the dance for us. Listen. I was wasted when I did that dance. Not gonna lie. Don't remember a step. In fact, if you say that I dance, I don't believe you. You're gonna have to go back and watch it again later. Expose your hammer size. Well, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, you know, knocking on the boats of freedom. I gotta tell you right now, like I said, this is my favorite hammer. I do have a little axe, but nobody uses those these days. You know what I'm saying? We love you. Big Nate, well, we love you. In fact, I love all of you. And you could all be a part of my multi-level... we'll talk later, babe. We gotta get back to the studio. Back to you, Rox.
Thank you, Balthor, for keeping them... I don't know how you made them feel, but thank you for doing that. So we're gonna actually. I was so distracted by Balthor, I forgot to tally the votes. But Jenny, can you like lean forward? Okay, we
Got 1.
3. You got.
I have 5.
No, I don't think. Is that a star? Did Gren?
Can you count 2? I'm having a hard time seeing.
Yeah, I'm from. Yeah. yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh God, now they're confusing
Thanks,
me.
man.
That's a pity. That's a pity
Why
star.
would they do that? Oh,
Oh
okay.
my God, you said my hand
You know what? None
corner
of the
clammy
gold
as
stars
shit.
matter.
I'm nervous.
And you know what? I lied all season. All season did matter because it is up to the community to decide who is and who is not a Mokoko. I know we said all season the aired debates didn't matter and only the final mattered, but I changed my mind. It's up to you to decide. Put together, you know, your brains, collective Twitch chat hive mind. That sounds scary, actually. Maybe don't do that. But, you know, think about what you saw today, what you saw during the season, the debates today. You can think about the gold stars because they're pretty and shiny, and we like pretty and shiny things. But, you know, really think about all season, the debaters you saw, and we want you, Twitch chat, to decide once and for all who is not a Mokoko. While Twitch chat votes, you know what? Why doesn't everybody give their final kind of campaign? We'll go down the line and start with datmodz.
Oh, a campaign speech.
Oh,
wow,
here we go.
Right on the
President
spot.
datmodz.
Okay, well, first off, I just want to thank all of you guys for watching. And if you vote for me, you're just going to get 1 tap from this point forward. I can't actually ensure this, but it is a possibility. And I just want to give a big shout out to the production crew and Balthor for his amazing performance. Mr. Stoops, I love you, buddy, and you're looking wonderful. And then also just sharing this set with this entire crew has been an absolute privilege. So anyways, hopefully you guys found it entertaining. Also, my son, not to guilt trip you guys, 18 months old. He just wants to see his father be a winner.
That's insane. Stop.
Please vote for me, please.
All right, bobajenny, why don't you let chat know how you're feeling?
Yeah, I never left the game. I never left the game. I stuck through Lost Ark through thick and thin, still playing to this day.
When you're stuck on the floor, you can't get up.
No, man. No. My summoner is reformed, okay? Reformed. I've been reformed. I'm no longer the helper of Azkaban. This is reformed. But I stuck to the game through thick and thin. All right? Why do you have an extension of your forehead?
Listen, I am the underdog here. I'm the one who plays Reaper. I've been bullied the entire season, except stoopzz bullied me the entire season, but not now, so that's nice of him. If I win, I'll shave my head. I will embrace the bald memes.
That's not a big difference.
I know, but it's a difference.
You crazy, bobajenny. How you going to say that to him, man?
All right, Grenton will shave his head. Stoopzz, is there anything you'd like to tell Twitch chat?
Yeah. All memes aside, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. All the staff here, Michael in the back, Tom, everybody, even drunk Balthor. It's really, really cool. And I think, honestly, I get so happy just reading all the people in the chat and, like, just seeing all of us here. It's kind of crazy that I met all these people through a video game. And I'm just thankful that I'm here. And, yeah, just super cool that Lost Ark has brought so many people together. I love all you guys. And appreciate everybody.
Well, don't waste too much yet, because we're not going anywhere. Those votes are coming in. And I think we have our winner. We'll give them a couple more minutes to tally. I just want to make sure. Looks like we're good. Balthor, any last words before we announce our winner?
Yes, I can absolutely say without a doubt that I have no idea where I am.
All right, we'll leave him there in his corner then, where he can do the least amount of property damage and finally announce our winner. Are you ready for this, Cannon?
I am. But before we do, I just want to say something really quick.
Okay.
First of all, big shout outs to AGS for putting this together. Michael in the back, Tom and Chuck, you guys have been fantastic. But all of you guys in Twitch chat should know the situation Mr. Stoopzz has been through, and he's a really good friend of mine. I'm glad to have you out here, man.
I thought Balthor was a really good.
He is, but you know.
He's just my boo.
All right. Well, it is finally time to announce our winner. datmodz is already making eye contact with me. It's like he knows something. You know what I know?
What happened?
You are a Mokoko.
Aw.
So there's still 3 left. Grenton, 3 stars on your forehead.
There's 4.
I don't know how to count. That's definitely 4.
Not
Sorry,
surprised
I was
you
getting
could fit that many
blind.
on there, man.
This gold star
I'm
and
just
like
leaning into it
forehead
now.
sheen was very blinding. You are also a Mokoko. I don't know why I
figured.
paused after I said also. That made it.
Yeah.
That means we're down to 2, bobajenny and stoopzz. Twitch chat already knows, but you guys don't. So I have all the power right now. I love it.
I know.
He cheated.
I saw it over
Why are
there.
you reading Twitch chat?
I can see the screen
why'd
there.
you cheat?
I don't
Why
know.
did you take all my power?
I don't
Oh
know.
my
I
God.
saw it. I don't-
Unreal. Well, Stoopzz, you are not a Mokoko. You are the winner of our Lost Ark Academy Debate Club finale
Proud
and
me,
season.
Balthor.
Look at that.
Oh my
Balthor.
God!
Oh,
Crazy
our
man. You got a
lovely
kiss.
Lady Balthor has crowned you.
Is this my pity crown, huh?
You won. What do you mean
Yeah.
it's a pity
You
crown?
look real good.
All right, Balthor, why don't you come join us over here? And I know we kind of just did our campaign speeches, but I wanted to give everyone a minute to
Mr.
kind of share
Balthor.
their parting thoughts. You know, you've been here all season. We did a lot of filming. We did 12 weeks of episodes, and we've just, well, not quite yet, but we're just wrapping
Look
up
at my
our live
crotch, man.
finale.
Oh my God.
datmodz, are there any parting thoughts you'd like to share with chat, with the Lost Ark community?
No, just thank you guys for watching, and you guys are all peepo cute, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully you get all the items that you want.
Oh, kind till the end. bobajenny, anything you'd like to share with the audience before we sign off?
I think Lost Ark has been very transformative in our lives in different ways. So I'm really happy to be a part of this and really see the game come to life. And yeah, I just truly enjoy my time here, and everyone here is really awesome.
Awesome, thank you. Grenton, the floor is yours with that shiny forehead.
Yeah, I'm just adding stars to my head now. I think I'm allergic to these. I'm crying.
Or you're just really emotional.
Yeah, Stoopzz has a wreath and I have a crown of stars. But no, for real, thank you everyone for watching. It was super fun. It was awesome to meet all of you and Stoopzz, and meeting Cannon for the first time was cool. Even though Balthor makes fun of me, still a big fan. So It was really awesome. Thank you again to everyone at production and everyone at Amazon Games for putting this together, because I can't think of any other company who would actively self-roast themselves week after week and take it on the chin. So thank you, everyone. It was super fun, and congratulations, Stoops. I don't think it was a pity win. I think you deserve to win.
All right, Stoops, our winner. Do you have any parting thoughts?
Yeah, I kind of already said it all, but thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for voting for me. Hi, Mom. If you're watching, you might be watching at home. And big shout out to just everybody in the chat, the community and stuff like that. Like, I know sometimes we're mad, you know, especially like the cubes, like fix the damn cubes rocks. I don't know what's going on with that thing, but
I'm here.
We need more gems.
But overall, you know, like I really, really do think it's super cool, especially on Twitch, like all the people that you get to see them in chat, you know their name, you know what I mean? It's like a cool experience, a very like small knit community. And also, everybody here at Amazon, like they work really, really hard, you guys. I've been around this office a few times now, and they're working super, super hard trying to do cool stuff for you guys the best that they can. So overall, big shout outs to them, shout outs to you guys. I love you, and thanks for having me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Wow, I just wanted to give you guys the floor for a minute.
I had a point of realization.
Oh,
datmodz has had a
Character development.
realization. Let's hear it, datmodz.
Well, I just want to get one more thing off my head. I just realized at this point, we all became friends because of this game, and that's really what MMOs are about.
Talk about,
it's like,
baby.
Yeah, nurturing friendships. Without Lost Ark, I would have never missed Stoops. I would have never raided with Grenton. I never would have
Ditched
been.
me last week, man. I can't believe
Let's
it.
keep it
I
heartwarming.
did.
We
Don't bite me.
know. You can
I'm not
cry
letting
about
it
it
go.
later.
You buy me a beer after this for sure.
As many as you want. as many beers as you want.
I'm not bringing that.
Yeah,
I'll even wheel you around.
Are you gonna
Well, actually, I've already been wheeling you around all week.
He's here for
He
this.
did. He
I'm
did.
always in for ale.
are you going to finally invite me to a raid now?
Of course, you're always welcome to ask me, of course.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like I'd be amiss to not ask Balthor any parting thoughts for the community as, you know, a hero of Arcasia.
Yes, I just have to say, after all our fun today, I want to be serious and say, I love all my salty little babies.
All right. Thank you all so much for joining us all season and with this finale. I just wanted to take a minute as well to say, you know, the community team has worked really hard on this. I'm very grateful to be a part of it. And it's been just really great to see the reaction to the show. I know we did something totally weird, totally unexpected, like very clearly a little bit crazy, and it's not like something we've ever done before, but we've had a lot of fun making this content for you, you know, reading reactions. We've learned a ton, and, you know, I think you've probably seen we have some other videos that have come out recently, and it's just been really great to connect with the community on that level. So we're still here. This show may be ending, but we're already coming up with whatever we're gonna do next, and we'll still be around to see you. And also, just on a personal note, thank you for letting me host this show and having me be a part of the Lost Ark community. And this is by far the weirdest thing I've ever been paid to do. So I'm very appreciative of that.
Yay for weird pay.
We love doing weird stuff, apparently. All right, Cannon, why don't you close us out one last time?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Before we close this out, I want to see you guys send as many hearts as you can. I can't see the chat, so I'm going to trust that you guys do. I want to see ding-dongs or hearts in the chat for my good friend Stoops and everyone else here, especially Stoops. It was very difficult for him to come. I cannot imagine how difficult it was.
You buttering me up. This is crazy.
He
This
already
is some dinner later, man.
Of course.
already
You're
won.
my,
God.
you're my
Crazy,
boy.
man.
You're
There's
my
a lot-
boy.
There's a lot of
Man.
hearts.
There is. Thank you guys. I
We're gonna go out to
appreciate
dinner
that.
tonight, and he's still gonna be wearing that thing if you keep hyping it up.
I mean, let's go.
I'm not taking that thing off.
You gonna wheel me back here?
Thank
Let's
you,
go,
guys.
baby. I'm ready.
All right,
Thank
but
you
yeah,
guys.
thank you all, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Next time
Oh
we'll
yeah,
be-
the jazz hands.